Hey guys, this is KJ48 and welcome to my brand new Civ 5 Let's Play. It's going to be Season 4. This is Part 1. I've wanted to play Civilization 5, for a while now, and I just haven't had much time, but recently Autumn, also known as Angel's Curse, my fiance, recently got the game, and she's been trying to figure it out and stuff, and I thought I'd make a video and try and explain things as best I can, as slowly and as I guess somewhat intelligently as I can on how I understand this game. So, yeah, let's do Season 4. By the way, I'm playing on the normal difficulty, which I've never beaten yet, so see how we do. Basically, I love the Egyptian Empire. They get plus 20% production towards wonder construction. Wonders take a long time to construct, and if someone else constructs it before you, you don't get that wonder. So I like to be able to build those as quickly as possible when I do build them. I don't build a ton of them, but when I do build them. War chariots are basically like archers, except more mobile. They're okay. They take longer to make than archers, so I tend to stick with archers. And the Egyptians' special building is the burial tomb. This is what makes the Egyptians awesome. It requires no gold maintenance. The cost is very low. It gives you plus 2 culture and plus 2 happiness. Now this item replaces the monument, and the monument, I think it replaces the monument. Pretty sure it replaces the monument, or it's the same thing as a monument. I don't know. All I know is plus 2 culture and plus 2 happiness is awesome. That's why I go with Egypt. So let's start up here. Okay, you basically want to build next to rivers, so I will follow this river to the north and the south, and that's where I will build. Basically, when you build on rivers, if you build farms next to rivers, at a certain point in the game, you start getting plus 1 food on any farm built next to a river. It's extremely important. So I will be following the rivers. So I don't want to build here. I already started this game earlier. I did a whole video, and I lost the Fraps file. So I know that there's a little bit of undesirable stuff down here. So I'm gonna go up 1 spot, and with my warriors, I will start scouting. There's a reason I scout, and when I get to it, I will tell you why. Alright, we settled our first city, Thebes. It's got 1 population. It will get another population in 8 turns. It's got 8 defense, and it's not building anything yet, so let's build something. I always build a scout first. Scouts can move through rough terrain without any movement penalty. Everyone else has a movement penalty. As you can see right here, the blue line shows where I can move, and if you go through trees or hills, your movement gets decreased. So I'll have those scout. I will choose research. Okay, let me explain something first. These numbers up here are your most important numbers in the game. That's science, and more science you have, the quicker you'll research technology. You get science by building buildings in your cities. I'll show you that. Gold, oh god, you lose gold in many ways. You gain gold in many ways. You lose gold by certain buildings in your cities. You lose gold by roads, tile improvements, and you gain gold by cities. And as you can see, there's also gold icons. By the way, when you start the game, your game looks like this. If you want to see what output you're going to get from each tile, if you hit G, that brings up a grid. Each grid is a tile, and if you want to see what the tile is going to give you, hit this. The green thing is food, that hammer is production, yellow's the yellow gold coins are gold. So there you go. I like to play with the tile, the tile information up, and I will leave that stuff there so you can see it. That's where you get gold from. Alright, happiness. Happiness is a total balancing act between expansion and happiness. Basically, every time you found a city, you lose 2 happiness, and for every 1 population in a city, you lose 1 happiness. You gain happiness by building, you guessed it, buildings inside your cities. Now, you also get happiness, especially early, by luxury resources. Furs is a luxury resource. Silk is a luxury resource. The rest of this stuff isn't. I'm not sure how you're supposed to tell which one's a luxury resource and which one isn't, but I just happen to know. Deer, I'm pretty sure deer is not a luxury resource. Neither is sheep. So, yeah, a little annoyance, but I kind of know which ones are luxury resources and which ones aren't. Just having a luxury resource isn't enough. You have to build building on the luxury resources. For furs, I think you need trapping to build that to build the building on there to get the benefit of that happiness. Remember, you can't expand, you can't build new cities if your happiness starts getting into negative, you're in big trouble. I'm sure my happiness will be into negative, and when it does, we'll look into that. Alright, so, number 1, happiness. In order for me to get happiness, I need luxury resources. Furs requires trapping, so I bring up my skill tree and I go do trapping. Pottery, animal husbandry, I don't know what that's supposed to be. Archery and mining. Now, where's the trapping? Well, these are the first 4 you can do. See? 4. In order to do these, you need to do these. You can see the flow chart. If you want to do sailing, you need to do pottery. If you want to do optics, you need to do pottery and then sailing, and then you can do optics. Now, this sounds a little confusing, but it's not a problem. You just go for what you want. I need trapping. If I click on trapping, it'll do animal husbandry, and then it'll automatically go to trapping. So I don't have to worry about it anymore. So trapping is there. We'll let that do its thing. There's not much else I can do. I'm getting a little screen tearing here, so I'm going to reset the game, but you guys won't know. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, we're back. So where was I? Yeah, next turn. It's pretty sweet. So you kind of have a basic idea of the idea that is that the building cities, expanding is a constant battle with your happiness. I think that's like the main point of the game, the way I play it. So the beginning is just going to be a bunch of next turn stuff. Now, again, I told you I'm scouting for a specific reason, and I'm hoping to find what I'm looking for to explain that reason to you soon. All right, there's somebody up here. You can see the outside of someone's borders. It's another civilization. I'm gonna try and cut them off. All right, we got our scout, so we will scout this way. Choose production. Okay, let's go with a, I did a warrior last time, but maybe a worker might be good. Nah, let's go to warrior. You need warriors. Basically, there's going to be barbarians roaming around, and if they get to your settlers or your workers. Now, a settler is what you use to settle new cities, and a worker is what you use to improve tiles. If they get to one of those 2 units, they capture them. No fight. They just get them. And that's crippling. It's crippling. You can't have it. So you need warriors to what's the word I'm looking for? To go along with your settlers. Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a settler, and I'm gonna bring them up here and settle in this area. Remember, along the rivers, really nice tiles up here. And if I send him up there by himself, he's gonna get captured by a barbarian, and I'm screwed. So I'll send a warrior to escort him up there. That's what I was looking for. Nope, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Alright, these are runes. Runes give you bonuses as you find them. They're randomly generated throughout the world when the game first starts, and when you find them, they give you certain bonuses. Some bonuses, I would say about half the bonuses are not that good, and the other half, some are real crap, some are just not that good, and some are godly. And if you get the godly ones, they could really give you a boost early in the game. Yep, there's another one. Alright, you get that rune. Alright, that was like one of the worst ones. It gives me a map of the surrounding area. Pretty crappy. Let's see what this one gives me. Alright, that's a good one. Advanced technology. It gave me a technology. It gave me animal husbandry, the same one I was going for, so that's good. So now I'll be even closer to getting trapping. Alright, we met this guy. Arabia. Arabia's pretty good people to play as well. Not as good as Egypt, but pretty good. Let's look around here. It looks like we've seen the ocean. We got a warrior up there, so I will go to the south. When I was looking over here, there's a lot of good land over here in my last game. The one that I lost. I can't believe I lost it. Another ruin. If you hear that noise, it'll be blinking on the mini-map down here. That's a good one. Plus 20 culture. That's great. Okay, now culture. Each city you own will increase social policies cost by 7%. If you wish to play... Alright, I don't know why I read that to you. Alright, culture... I don't even know what to call it. It's just a stat. 30 of 25. This started off at 0 of 25. When you hit 25, you get to pick a social policy. A social policy is kind of like a skill tree. It's just really, really cool bonuses. And I'll show them when I pick them. And you'll get the idea when I'm actually doing it. Because I got that ruin, I'm at 30 of 25, which means I'm going to get a social policy. The +1 means I'm getting +1 culture per turn. You get culture by building certain cities in here. I think I've already explained that, so I'll explain that more as we go on. Alright, next turn. Culture also has... Each city has its own culture, and this city's getting +1 culture, 4 turns until border growth. Basically, culture helps cities claim the territory, allowing them to be more productive. It is also spent on social policies at the empire level. 11 of 15 towards border growth. This border will grow in 4 turns, which means this pink line here is the only tiles I can work with my citizens. See? These are tiles I can work on my citizens with no citizens in them, and these are tiles that are being worked by my citizens. You can micromanage this if you want. You could put any citizen anywhere you want. I choose not to. It's a form of micromanagement I just don't want to do. It would make the game take too long. Or you could like focus on certain things, focus production, focus food, whatever, and then like the game will put them where they should be to focus on whatever you told it to focus on. Now when the border grows, this pink line means that's where the border is going to grow to. Okay. Another ruin down there. We can adopt a policy. Here we go. Culture's over the 25 mark. We can get a policy. This is the policy tree. You have tradition, liberty, honor, piety, patronage, order, autocracy, freedom, rationalism, and commerce. Tradition, best for small empires. Liberty is best for large empires, rapid expansion. Honor is for like warrior empires. Piety is for culture. Patronage is for city-state friendship benefits. I will explain that later. Order is for large sprawling empires. Autocracy is for militaristic. Freedom is for small. You know, they each have their own thing. Rationalism is for science. And commerce is for gold, obviously. Liberty is the one I always go with first. Adopting liberty will provide +1 culture in every city. It's pretty sweet. But more importantly, collective rule speeds the training of settlers by 50% and also gives you a free settler. Then you have citizenship, which tile improvement construction rate increased. Tile improvement, I will get to that. But more importantly, you get a worker at the capital city. This is the one I go with first, no matter what. So that's what I'm going with. Getting a settler, settlers are what you need to build new cities, is huge. And getting workers early is huge too. Workers improve tiles, and I will get to that when I get a worker. Alright, I met Germany, and I found a natural wonder. Every time you find a natural wonder, you get +1 happiness permanently, and it tells you what you'll get on that wonder if you work it. I don't usually go out of my way to work wonders, though. And we found another ruin here, so let's get that. Oh, Germany got that ruin down there. I'll remember this, Germany. Germany always hates me in all these games. He needs to get over it. Alright, we got a warrior here. Choose production. Now, I want this city to grow. It's going to grow in 7 turns. So, I don't want to build a settler. If you build a settler, the city stops growing while you're building the settler, so I'm not going to do that. I'll build another warrior. So with that, basically, I'm going to build a warrior, then I'm going to build a settler. The second warrior I build is going to guide the settler up here to settle where I want to settle. So this warrior is free to do whatever he wants, which I will probably have him explore. Still looking for those runes, guys. See, that rune gave me 100 gold. It's not really that good of a rune, actually. Honestly, 100 gold, it's not what it sounds like. There's Germany's borders. I hope I'm explaining this game well enough. If you guys have any questions or anything, put them in the comments. I haven't been like responding to my comments too much, but I'll go out of my way and try and respond to any questions you guys have. If you have any questions in the comments. Also, Angel's Curse, Autumn. You know, if you have any questions, you know, you can ask me directly. I'm trying to explain this as best I can and not go too slowly. I'm also trying to go at a good clip. Desert. I hate desert. Freaking useless. See, you don't have any tiles on. You don't have any resources on the desert. Nope, we got another.
Wisdom and virtue
the wheel
are like the two wheels of a car.
that allows us to make the war chariots, the water mill, and more importantly, roads, along with a bunch of other stuff. I don't really read that crap though. If you want to, you can pause the video and read it. Alright, now this guy, I kind of want to crowd him out a little bit, so I'm going to build a city up there. They get pissed off when you crowd them out, but I don't really care. Thieves is doing well. It's got a lot of nice stuff in it. Oh, look at this. Alexander. Greece.
Alexandru sei mi.
Gotta worry about Greece, man. They come at you early. They like to do that. Alright, Thebes is grown, and I've finished my warrior. Now I gotta decide where I'm gonna put the city. If you press G, I don't know if I've explained this yet, but if you press G, it brings up a grid. Each one of these hexagons is a tile. So I gotta decide where I'm gonna build a city. You kinda want a city to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess about 5 spaces away, depending on whatever. Maybe try and fit 2 cities in here, but I'm not gonna try and fit 2 cities in here. I'm just gonna build one, and I think right here looks like a good spot. So, production, settler. Okay, now, I start building the settler. Population is stagnant. Now, I'm still getting that, you see at the bottom, 2 base food. Since it's stagnant, that 2 base food is absolutely going to waste. So I will focus on production for this city. And I will get other stuff instead of that food. I think gold was what I got, or something, I'm not sure. But either way, that food's useless, so let's get something else with it. Next turn.
Even brute beasts.
Alright, we got trapping. Alright, I think the race for ruins is just about over, but I will look a little bit more. Alright, what do I go for next? Let's see what we can improve around our main city. Masonry would be pretty nice. Calendar. Let's go for calendar. Let's take that grid off. I hate that. By the way, you see how you can see these little resource things on each tile? When you start the game, it looks like that. If you press Y, it shows you exactly what you're going to get from each tile. I like to keep it on at all times. Alright. I'm not sure if I should... Now I'm deciding if I should explore more for ruins or bring people back to guard against barbarians. I think I'm going to explore a little bit more. Oh, I just got attacked here. As you can see, if you look there, it tells you all the information. You could read that very easily. It tells you exactly what's going on and, you know, what chance you have of victory. I'm going to destroy them. You get experience. You can use experience for upgrades. Get into that when I get some. Alright, now, anytime you have fighting units out, or actually any unit, you're going to go to them each turn, which is really annoying, especially when you start having a lot of units. So what you do, if you have a unit that you're not going to move for a while, I'm not going to move this guy for 11 turns, because when my settler comes out, that's what he's standing there for. He's going to guide my settler up here. So this guy will not be moving for at least 11 turns. So you fortify him, and that's F. And then they get a defensive bonus, and they won't, more importantly, they won't show up in the rotation at the beginning of every turn, which just slows you down. I'm about to get another policy as well. Alright, now this guy's hurting. I'm going to press H. No, actually I'm going to bring them home. Now they're going to come home and heal, so I can bring these guys out. Though, I don't know if you saw that little number 7. That means that these guys will be back in 7 turns. So that'll be before my settler is ready, so I can move these guys out and go explore with them. Adopt a policy. Oh, wait a minute. No, 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 no. No, Cage. I'm about to get a settler right now. Or should I get a citizen? That's a good question. If I get the citizen, I can start improving tiles. If I get the settler, I can get another city up quicker. I'm going to go with the settler. Alright, so now we got our settler from our free settler from the policy. So we will keep these guys here because he's going to guide our settler. Alright, and I know you just heard my timer, so that's going to do it for part 1. And I'll see you next time for part 2. Till then, take it easy.